Everybody knows it's the squeaky wheel that gets greased. That's certainly true in politics. And the grease that takes care of those squeaky wheels is PAC dollars. The Independent Bank Association of Texas exists to take care of independent community banks. They are our voice in Washington, D.C. and Austin, and it's through those PAC dollars that we get things done. We ask our employees to give twice a year out of their own pockets, once for their community through the United Way and once for their industry to the IBAT PAC.
It's disturbing and sad to think that our competitors, credit unions and too big to fail banks, raise 2 to 5 times more than we do as community banks.
IBAT's political effectiveness in Austin and Washington has saved my bank hundreds of thousands of dollars. Last year's change in the FDIC special assessment formula is a great example. I'm proud to support the IBAT PAC.
PAC dollars are not an expense, they're an investment in our future.
Like it or not, elections are expensive. We've got to step up and make PAC contributions so we can help our elected officials help us in community banking.
I conduct an IBAT PAC Drive in my bank each year. I know the importance of participating in the political process and how it equates to shareholder value.
I know most bankers support local issues and candidates, but this is different. This is our industry. We ask you to support the PAC.
Our leadership division has lots of initiatives each year to raise money for the IBAT PAC. But if we're going to be a political force, which we need to be, now is the time. We've got to conduct more bank-wide PAC drives. It's just as simple as that.
The time is now to capitalize on the differences between the community banks and the so-called systemically important banks. The real good bankers are the community bankers. But the real question is, are we going to seize this opportunity to continue to support the people that supported us in the past?
Because of the IBAT PAC, our lobbyists, both in Washington and in Austin, are our most effective advocates.
With the IBAT PAC money, it doesn't go to support the large banks, but rather to help and benefit the small community banks of this state.
Directors, officers, and employees should contribute. After all, it is our livelihood.
I used to be apprehensive about asking my board of directors to contribute to one more thing this year, but I was thinking that we might not be around if we weren't politically active.
It's about leadership. If senior management of the bank wants it to happen, it will happen.
When I look at PAC contributions from around the state, I ask myself this question: is it fair for only some banks to contribute when all banks receive the same benefit?
Conducting a PAC drive in my bank is a simple thing to do. IBAT provides me with all the tools and resources that I need.
I think it's sad only 50 banks, less than 10% of the community banks in Texas, conduct an in-house PAC drive each year. We can and need to do better.
People you just heard from are not actors. They are real community bankers just like you. Community bankers that believe in protecting the franchise of this great industry. Hi, I'm Chris Williston, President and CEO of the Independent Bankers Association of Texas.
And I'm Steve Skurlock, Executive Vice President of IBAT. For the next few minutes, we're going to tell you why it's important for you to support the Independent Bankers Association of Texas Political Action Committee, the IBAT PAC.
You know, it's sad that only 50 community banks in Texas, less than 10% of our industry each year, have a PAC drive in their bank. And I know what you're thinking. Your bank is called on to contribute and participate in just about every community event there is. And we applaud you for that. But when you think about it, is there any more important cause than the supporting the industry through political action?
So why should you give? Well, as one who has spent the last 20 plus years as a lobbyist for the community banking industry, I can tell you firsthand that what happens in Austin and Washington very definitely affects you, your bank, your community, your investment, and your job. Second, participation in this process begets and breeds interest and involvement and broadens the focus of those that work toward the best for community banking in the future. And finally, it's important for us to be able to support those political candidates that understand and support the community banking industry.
It is important, Steve, and everyone might be surprised to know that there are over 1,200 political action committees in the state of Texas. And last year, they supported candidates to the tune of $119 million. The IBAT PAC only spent about $350,000, ranking us 71st in the state in PACs overall. Groups like the Texas Trial Lawyers, the Texas Credit Union League, and several large regional banks outspend us each year. We can and must do better.
The IBAT PAC is exclusively funded by community bankers. Contributions to political candidates are exclusively directed by those community bankers. And we very much like to be able to support those political candidates who understand the importance of our industry.
Here's how you can help. We're asking you today to assign someone in your bank to be the IBAT PAC coordinator. We will provide all the tools that they will need to be successful. We're asking each director of the bank to give a minimum of $100, each officer of the bank a minimum of $50, and every employee $5 to $10. If every community bank in Texas participated, we could double and triple the amount of contributions that we can give to candidates to support this great industry and place us in the top 25 of all active PACs in the state.
Of course, any and all contributions, how large or how small, are always very much appreciated. We do need your contribution in the form of a personal check or a personal credit card, and we can also set up a monthly withdrawal system if that's something that you'd like for us to do. And what's in it for you? Well, other than the opportunity to support an industry that we all love and one in which we make our living, each bank that conducts a PAC Drive will be entered into a drawing for a real Texas barbecue cooked and served by the IBAT staff. And this would be for your employees, your officers, very good customers, or whomever. And we'll come to your location.
That's some cooker, isn't it? So what do you say? Is this great industry going to capitalize on the great legislative momentum we enjoy and make community banking among the most powerful voices heard? Give us the tools that Steve and I need to be even more effective advocates for you here in Austin and in Washington, D.C.
It's times like these, Chris, that every one of us needs to step up to the plate to support the community banking industry.
If every IBAT member asked their directors to give $100, their officers to give $50, and their employees to give $5 to $10 a year, that would make $750,000 we could give to the PAC.
Unprecedented times. That's what we're living in today in the community banking industry. Now more than ever, it's important that you join me in holding an in-house PAC Drive so that we can support our associations in protecting your franchise. If what's going on in Austin or Washington, D.C. these days is not evidence that we need to be politically active and we need to back those actions up with our dollars, then we may get what we deserve.
Why do I support the IBAT PAC? It's because I firmly believe that each person owes a part of their time, energy, and money to support the business or industry in which they are involved. That's why I urge each of you to find a way to get involved with the IBAT PAC to support this great industry of community banking.
It's a privilege for both of us to represent you. Thank you for your time and attention, and we wish you the best of luck in a successful PAC Drive.